Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your illustrative answer. I now give the floor to the University of Oxford, moderator Professor Lionel Tarasenko, President of Rubin College, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning lead, and organizer of the Oxford University Graduate Scholarship Scheme for Ukraine refugees.
Thank you. Good evening, Dobry wieczór, President Zelensky, and greetings from the University of Oxford. We are here in Oxford in the debating chamber of the Oxford Union. Boris Johnson, our Prime Minister, was President of the Oxford Union when he was a student in Oxford in the 1980s. I'm a British citizen, but my grandfather was born in Kharkiv and lived in Poltava. I'm Professor of Electrical Engineering and also Pro-Vice Chancellor of the University. This is to tell you that we have had students from Ukraine, both undergraduates and postgraduates in Oxford since the early 2000s. But this year, we have set up a special scholarship scheme for refugees from Ukraine for a one-year master's course in the university starting in September. These masters are fully funded by the university and cover every subject available in Oxford. For example, MBA, Advanced Computer Science, Energy Systems, Diplomatic Studies, Genomic Medicine, and many other subjects. 20 Ukrainian graduate scholars will each live in one of Oxford's historical colleges, and they will have free meals as well as a stipend, so they have no financial worries during their course in Oxford. We are deliberately offering one-year master's courses because we hope that these scholars, after completing their course, will go back to Ukraine and help in the reconstruction of your country. I would now like to welcome the President of the Oxford University Ukrainian Society, Ruslan Pavlishin, to ask you a question.
Доброго вечора, пане Президенте. I would like to ask you a question from our society. Yesterday, 2 British citizens have been sentenced to death in a show trial in the occupied Donbas territories. As a flagrant breach of international law, it is a direct provocation to the United Kingdom. Consequently, do you expect the United Kingdom to become more involved in the war? Thank you.
Thank you very much for your question. Your Excellency, please take the floor.
Те, що відбувається.
What is happening, basically, with the international law violation of any national law and international law on the part of the Russian Federation. This is a great tragedy in its own right, and the 2 British citizens thus persecuted. This is a tragic habit for those people. With those people, they do everything in that way, and we cannot have any kind of excuses for such steps and for such actions. But let me tell you this, I think that after that, I cannot say whether UK should be more strongly involved. I think the answer is in the negative. I think Boris Johnson, as one of your alumni, was one of the first friends to come to our rescue in this war. This is the case when we can say that Europe and all the world and the skeptical countries and the pacifist country, well, relatively or as far as the Russian Federation is concerned, looking for some kind of a compromise to preserve the business relations as much as possible. For those countries, this is a great signal. This is a very dangerous signal for anyone. This is not just about your citizens. It is the degrading treatment for humans of any origin. And after such cases, the EU countries should at last unite and decisively condemn in actions, not in words, such developments in the occupied territories.
Thank you very much for your answer, Mr. President. True to the word that arbitrary killing constitutes inhuman and degrading treatment, and also in the circumstances is clearly a violation of international human rights and international humanitarian law.